Welcome to Talking Habs. I forgot the game. Leafs at Bruins. I know it's the opposite. Bruins at Leafs, game 6. Round 1, 23-24 playoffs. Geez, that was horrible. Hey, everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. It's okay. Nobody's here. Oh, it says 4 people now. If you're here, say hi. We got the hopefully last game of this series. You may ask, why are you doing this? It's Bruins and Leafs. I hate the Leafs more than the Bruins, a lot more, and therefore I'm following the Bruins until they beat the Leafs, and then I will go back to hating the Bruins. So there you go. And if the Leafs beat them, well, oh well. I hope it doesn't happen. All right, so what do I got here? I have the going to be watching the game. I'm not showing it. I'll probably do some play-by-play maybe tonight, color commentary, talk to you guys in the chat, and hopefully have a good time watching the Leafs get beat. Now, Austin Matthews not in the game again today, so he's out. I don't know if they still haven't announced what it is, so I have no idea. It is also the anniversary, let's see now, 50 some odd years since the last time the Leafs won the Stanley Cup, and that was on this day, May 2nd, 1967. And so there you go. And this could be also Leafs elimination day. Hopefully I'm not jinxing it. Let's see, last game I said it was going to be. I think I jinxed it. So hopefully it'll be. All right, let's see. We got some oh, look, we got comments. All right, hop along. Hey, hop along. How's it going, Darren? You're at work. Oh, nice. Huzu, Boston in 7, just to give Toronto false hope. I mean, it's probably what's going to happen. Leafs probably win tonight. Surprise Leafs are still in. I am as well, but at this point, it's probably going to go 7. Chicago Steve, how's it going, man? Quinn, how's it going? What's the scoop on Matthews? I have no idea. I mean, I've heard concussion, ACL or MCL. I have no idea. He's skating today, I think, so I don't see how it's not his knee. It's not an ACL, MCL thing. Remember what? Who's goal? Armstrong. What? George Armstrong you're talking about back then? No, because in 67 I was 4. Yeah, I didn't see that. So hop along, you're a little older than I am, I guess. So no, I don't remember the first series I'd say I remember was probably 73 that I really remember it. I'm sure I saw other series. I don't really remember. Yeah, you're 8 years older than me, so good number though, right? The good number this year for you. Hey, Slinksy. No idea at all with Matthews. They haven't announced anything. Not that I've heard anyway. I've heard Zippo. Just I guess guesses by people on Twitter. That's all. So nothing official. Yeah, no, 65. I mean, I was only 2. We were still in the States anyway. We didn't get back till 67. So I don't really remember 68. And then the year with Dryden, I don't remember that one. But after that, I start to have my hockey memories. Sorry, all of a sudden I got a stiff neck. I don't know what the hell that's about. First console, that's when it was? Yeah, I know. I just saw a picture. Belleville won that first console. I saw a picture of that. Just probably even, maybe today, but probably yesterday. They're skating out on the ice. Yeah, listen, I know a lot of people want to see this go 7. And that, all well and good. But you know what? I'd really like to see Boston beat them at home, in their home, in Toronto. Even worse, in my opinion. Although Game 7 gives them, like you say, that false hope. So Either or, right? It's just I don't want to do another game. I don't want to do this on Saturday. Not for them, no. Hey, Drew, how's it going, Drew? On to the second round for you. Yes, congrats for your team. Yes, I'm not surprised by it. Go Canada. This means anyone but T.O. I'm a little more selfish. I don't want to see Montreal win the next cup for Canada. But yeah, definitely not Toronto. Aren't they in a big losing streak at home? Toronto is, yes. I think there's a really good chance that Boston ends it tonight because Toronto has not been good at home. They lost both games so far in Toronto. Let's make it 3. My only worry is they really stepped up in the absence of Matthews. Can they do that 2 games in a row? I don't know. The only good thing about that, they stepped up, yes. It's not like they dominated Boston. It's not like they outscored them by a ton, right? It was a 1 goal in overtime. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a really good chance Boston ends it here tonight. And we'll have to see. They're doing the national anthem. The one thing I like about Toronto, I like the singer. I like her voice. I like something about her I like. That's the only thing I like about it. But Toronto. I do not like Toronto. The team, the city. I'm not going to say the people because that's really stupid to say that, but I just don't like Toronto. Wall gave Leafs a chance. Yes, and Wall's in nets tonight. I mean, that's not a shock. Wall was fantastic. You watch that game and go, well, why didn't they put him in the other games? Who's very happy to see that Vegas in a position to be eliminated tomorrow for the first time since 2021, the infamous Chris Lee versus Carey Price series. Yes, that was a horrible reffing series, but we prevailed. Not often, I'm going to say, but go Bruins, go. It's funny. I was talking to my sister today, so I was telling her about this. And she was going, oh, yeah, I hate the Bruins. I hope the Leafs win. I go, what? You're not my sister. That she's pulling for the Leafs. She's opposite of me. She just absolutely hates Boston. Or I don't get how we were raised in the same household, but I almost disowned her. I don't know if she may be watching. They're doing Canada. Won't be long. Get a face off. And yes, I will be ahead of most of all of you, if not all of you, as far as the time on the game for me. So, how long your sister's? It's not that she's a Leafs fan. It's not. She doesn't like the Leafs, but she hates Boston that much more. It's like me. I don't like Boston, but I absolutely hate the Leafs. So as soon as this series is over, I go right back to hating Boston. It's just for this that I'm going for Boston. I admit it. I have no problem with it. No problem with it. They're waving the white flags, which means we surrender. I don't know what this white flag thing is, but I mean, usually means you surrender. So I don't get it. Swayman and net, because you got to go with Swayman if you're Boston. If they would go with Allmark, dumbest thing. Can't blame Swayman for that last game. I mean, he gave up a goal and then won in overtime. I mean, you can't blame him for the last game. And then there's Wall. Yeah, I'm surprised. He played really well. Why didn't they go to Wall earlier? Their loss. Literally. I don't know what we're going to get from the refs tonight, but the refs suck too, so. Hyman's the biggest slap in the face for the Leafs. Definitely having a good year over there. That's for sure. A fellow Jew. It's nice to see Jewish guys do well in the NHL. It's not a lot of them that do. My wonder wall. That's a good one. You're my wonder wall. All right, I think they started. Yeah, they started. Mom Bruins. You won't hear me say that very often. Just over 30 seconds in, so it's just started. I just see an early goal by Boston. Some very sloppy play here by both teams, kind of. All right. I think the first period in each of these games have been sort of, and maybe the first game was different, but the other four have been weird in the first. Wave them white flags, man. See if it helps. No shots yet. 1 minute in, well, 57 seconds. Face off in the Bruins' end. At least win it, but it pops out. So they have to backtrack, send it back up. Behind the Bruins' net. They send it up to the half wall. Leafs send it back in. Rings around to the other side. Bruins kind of clear it out. Sent right back in. That should have been offside, I think. Here come the Bruins, though. DeBrusk. Bruins have it in their own end now. Obviously, there was a save on DeBrusk. Intercepted pass. Nothing really comes of that. Bruins break it out of their end and send it. That should be icing? No, I guess not. Must have touched somebody. In the Bruins corner behind the net and up to the point and out. Knocked into the corner by Frederick, and then he just throws Riley to the ground pretty much. We're in the neutral zone with it. Bruins have possession over the blue line. Bad pass. Leafs come back the other way. Robertson cherry picking because he was almost at the goal. It's in the corner now. Robertson comes up with it up to the point. Shot wide or off somebody. Little pressure here by Tirana. Boston gets the puck, and they're going to break it out. 3 minutes in. One shot for Toronto so far, no score. And Sway grabs that fly ball. I like that hit on Riley. Knocks him on his ass. A little more of that. This could be Sheldon Keefe's last game as coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. All right, not a lot of people here tonight. I'm surprised. Swayman hangs on to a puck. We'll go the face off there. 3:20 into the first. There, I didn't see they took away the clock. Just a couple of shots, but not much happening. Nope, just a shot for Toronto. That's it. Because that wasn't a shot that Swayman covered up. Who is that? He just tripped all over his feet. Boston guy. It was funny. Oh, through the crease, nobody there. So a little pressure here by Boston, but kind of, it's not like they got control there. And here, Toronto kind of picks it up. Marner with it. He's in his own end. Must be changing up over there. Yep. Shoot off somebody. Oh, good shot. A one-timer by Pasta in the slot. I think he went wide with it or out of play. Too bad. All right. Anybody here? Is it just me? There's a little bit more going on in this first period than there has been in the last few games. I think this is the kind of game, if you're Boston, you got to play your game. Like I said the other time too, the last game, you got to play your game and wait for the mistakes and capitalize. Play a patient game. It's been working for them when they win. We'll see if that works. A little pushing and shoving already. They definitely don't like Frederick. 3 guys ganging up on Frederick. These goddamn bullies, these Leafs. All right, anybody here with me, or you all doing something else? Almost 5 minutes into the first. Shots are still 1-0 for Toronto. No score. No shots happening in this game. There's been a good bit of action around the nets, but not any shots. Seriously, I think nobody would. Don't be shy. Say hi. Oh, there's 2 shots now for Toronto. Six minutes in. Hey there, Reindeer Head Games. Leafs fan, you say. Hey there, David. Very close game, like so far. Play's been pretty even. Both teams getting chances. We'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. Your Kings are toast. Yeah, Kings are toast. Game and 5 games. And say hi. I don't know if Drew's still here, but Drew is an Oilers fan. He's happy. Commercial break here. Shout out to my 3 Boston partners who are enjoying this game in a bar. Don't know why. We've definitely all been there. Drew losing the playoff series. Oh, yeah. All right, enough commercials. Let's get going. Didn't listen to me, stupid betting commercial. Canucks are your hope now? So what, you just like all the Canadian teams? Or you just want to see a cup come back to Canada? Good thing you've ordered a large, strong coffee, says Joe. Why? Hey, Joe. Why is it a good thing? Anyways, what time is it there? Let me figure this one out. We are 8:30. It's about noon there, isn't it? We're almost back underway. 13:27 left in the first. 3 shots in this game, all for Toronto. 7 faceoffs, 6 won by Toronto. Come on, Boston. Get your fucking acting gear. Still no shots. Sorry, I'm quiet there. 10. I never get it right. I don't know why. I always go too far. Well, Domi's taking a penalty. Domi just went and pushed Marchand onto the. Come on, that's a penalty. Are you kidding me? They didn't call that? How's that not a penalty? All right. Domi should got 2 minutes for shoving. Your mom's going for the Leafs? All right. Too bad she's not going to, too bad she took the wrong team. I hope. Marchand just tried to put Bertuzzi into the bench. Literally just to lift him. I think he's going for a penalty. No, I guess not. Okay, well, tit for tat on that one. This series, this game might get physical. We'll see. I haven't seen Reeves out there. I know he's there. Maybe they're getting smart. Don't play Reeves. Puck goes out. Yeah, he tried to just push him into the bench. I think Bertuzzi was blocking the door to get onto the bench there, whatever you call it. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, Joe, listen, I'm not going for the Bruins after this series. No, if they make it through, no. Whoever winning this series, I'm not going for them next round. No. Still no shots for Boston. 5 shots for Toronto, though. No score. Halfway through the period. Is it on CBC? Yep. I imagine it's regional, though, where, although, no, it's the only game tonight. So, yeah, it's across Canada. Oh, Boston actually got a shot. It's 5 shots to 1. Bertuzzi and Domi are both after Marchand. They're after Marchand tonight. It could get ugly. Marchand going to the box. Is that what it is? I think Marchand was going to the box. Well, no, they obviously both can't win. Did Bertuzzi dive? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there was a penalty there at all or not, but it looked like they were sending Marchand to the box. Gotta wait till these commercials are over to find out. Stupid commercials. Was it a swan dive? I don't know. I think. You could judge it, I guess, that way. I don't know. Didn't really look like he dove, but who knows? Gonna find out now. Marchand, 2 minutes for roughing. So he didn't get caught for a dive. It was a dive. So the Leafs, I don't know how. I think they still have one power play goal in the series. I'm not sure. Cleared all the way down by Boston. They're moving it around, looking for an opening. Shot, Swayman save, rebound, comes out. It's at the half wall now. Minute 10 left in the power play. And Bruins come up with it, and they're going to skate it out and waste some time. Take a shot. Saved by Wall. 50 seconds left on the power play. They didn't credit the shot. Oh, well. Ooh, that was kind of close. And there was a dive there by, didn't get called, but by Nyes. Good save by Swayman there in traffic. Bertuzzi just swung at somebody's face, missed it, but just missed the guy's chin. Redirect right into Swayman's glove. "13 seconds left on the power play. What the hell? What are you doing here?
Alicia's in the other. She's letting me watch the game, so I was like, "Oh, I'll pop in while I'm in the living room."
Thought you're going to the bar.
I was, but Alicia wanted to eat in, so we stayed home.
Is it better when you eat out?
But
Boom.
Refs. Until that penalty on Marchand, the refs have pretty much swallowed the whistles this game.
They did it both games. The other games mostly they weren't.
Yeah, which I'm fine with. If you're gonna let them play, let them play.
But Boston getting no shots, man.
No, I had a gut feeling today, and I talked about it with some of my coworkers. Like, I think it's going 7. I don't want it to go 7, but I just a gut feeling.
No, Boston's not like being outplayed though.
They're not, but like
he's not getting shots on net right now. That could change very easily.
No, it could.
We'll see.
What do you got for time right now? I'm at 7:34.
Well, I'm ahead of you. I don't know what, but I'm ahead of you. 7:12.
All right. So like 15 seconds.
Well, you're not going to be able to catch me on this because of how I'm watching it.
That's fine. What's going on, Joe?
Live on the CBC. Jebby Cart, welcome to the channel. So the Bruins lose another playoff series after going up 3-1. Do you have a crystal ball? Because game 6 is on. First period ain't over.
They better not. They blow this series, man. Heads are gonna roll.
If you're a Leafs fan, again, predicting a win, I would be careful on that.
I think,
how many years? I mean, come on.
Overtime, too.
Wait till they actually win, if they're going to win. Wait till they actually win.
It wouldn't shock me at all if this game goes to overtime.
Yeah. Does Matthews have COVID? Your guess is as good as mine. He doesn't have COVID.
Freeman
he was on the ice
today. Yesterday that they don't think it's whatever the illness was. They think it's some sort of injury now.
Concussion, I think I heard.
That could concussion. Be.
Then someone put up, I think he got hurt on this play, his knee and all that. No, he was skating today. He didn't tear anything in his knee.
It could very well be a concussion, and especially the game they pulled him from. If he got it that game, he's gonna act like he probably has some sort of illness. You know what he'll be rattled.
I have no idea. Don't you have to get hit to get a concussion?
Not really, no. I mean, it can be even a very sudden jolt. Because it's when your brain, you don't have to get hit.
Yeah, I know you don't have to.
You don't have to get hit in the head. He could have got hit in the body, but it could have been such a jolt that it rattled his brain.
Yeah, because it's not a big brain, so it could easily get rattled.
But I mean, that's what concussion is. Concussion is when the brain hits.
I know what a concussion
inside of the head.
No, I know, but I didn't see anything with him that I would have thought.
No, me neither. No, I like to think about it.
But he could have been playing with a concussion from one of the other games. He didn't realize he had one. That happens. Sometimes the effects are delayed.
Oh, no, exactly. And that's what, again, going into that second intermission,
Not just that second. Look, the third and fourth games, he wasn't very good. He was mostly sort of invisible. He could have been suffering from whatever it is then.
And that's what the doctors probably did some, they probably
it got worse, and he was looking like there was something wrong, so they pulled him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very possible. So I'm not going to make fun of him anymore for that, because if he's got a concussion, that's the thing. I'm not going to make fun of somebody who has a concussion and can't play. I get that.
But I mean, even him being out for the Leafs is just even more reason Bruins really shouldn't lose this.
Joe says the more he skates, the worse it gets. He's got hemorrhoids.
Oh God!
No, the difference, Joe. He is a hemorrhoid. 4.5 minutes left in the first. 11-1. That's a shot, man. Boston getting outshot in this series too.
They really haven't. I mean, last game they were really bad. This game,
both teams were bad last game. They were equally bad because look at the score. It was 2-1 in overtime. Come on.
No, they were.
But it's not like Boston got outplayed. They're not. It's not like they're getting outplayed here. It's a very close. It's a very close matchup. Well, okay, here you could say it because I mean they're being outshot, but they're getting chances. It's not like they're being dominated.
No,
nobody's dominating anybody here in this series. Is what I'm saying. Matthews is an American punk. You forgot the piece of shit part.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're right. No one's really been dominating, but
it's a close series.
I was listening to 98.5 when I was driving home from work, and they kind of make a good point. The Bruins. I mean, Marchand's been good, but other than that, I haven't really seen Pasternak much this series.
No, Pasternak is kind of lacking.
Absent. Lindholm sucked.
Yeah, no, they're definitely haven't overwhelmed anybody.
That are making the big money haven't really showed up yet.
No, they need to show up tonight. And if not tonight, well, it's
I mean,
going to go till Saturday.
Like without Matthews in the lineup, the Bruins shouldn't have an issue.
They shouldn't. No.
I don't get it. I don't know. Cam
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Won't blow the team up. I'm like, dude, back-to-back blown 3-1 series leads. If the Bruins do lose this series, like, I mean,
in
it's
the first round too.
Chopping block.
Somebody's gonna go. Yeah.
It's him and it's the play. Like, this would be 2 straight playoffs where like the Stars just didn't show up. And that's stuff that we say about the Leafs. It's like, are the Leafs and the Bruins really that different? If the Bruins blow this?
No.
And, I know, like, when Cam watches his back, he's going to come for my throat for saying that. But I'm like, dude, like, watch the games. Like, it's the same thing. Like, the Stars aren't showing up on either side. Like, I don't get it.
Well, Toronto, I'm not surprised. But, yeah, I'm surprised from Boston.
No, me too.
It's not the President's Trophy jinx, that's for sure. Not this year.
No, it might just be a Montgomery thing too. Like, I don't know.
Maybe.
And the Bruins do choke a lot. Like if the Leafs are like at number 1 there, like the Bruins got to be 2 or 3. The Bruins have choked a lot in the playoffs.
Against Montreal, they sure have.
Well, not, I mean, against Montreal, but I mean, even
over the years.
St. Louis against Chicago in 2013. Like, I mean, there was, 2012 against Washington, obviously last year. Like, I mean, they broke 3-1 series leads to Toronto before. They ended up winning in 7, but still.
Yeah, as long as they still win the series, it is what it is. Joe says, will Toronto fans chant, "We want Florida" this year if they beat the Bruins?
So, I mean, I think regardless of who wins this series, I don't think either team's beating Florida.
No, I don't think so either.
I think Florida will run either of them out of the building the way that both these teams have played so far.
But you never know. Second round is a different animal, but I agree. I don't think either team has a hope in the second round. Right. 2:30 left in this first. Still 1 shot for Boston. That's on the verge of being embarrassing.
Yeah, if the Bruins only get 1 shot through the first, like that's.
Yeah, it's on that. That's a bit embarrassing. Hey, Rocky, didn't they part ways with their coach, and then he won the cup with Vegas the very next year? Yeah, that's even more embarrassing.
And Cassidy's a great coach. He can be tough. He's not. He's like Tortorella, but not as nuts. In terms of just like he can be tough on his players to bring the best out of them. And from what I know of how the locker room was when Cassidy was here, like a lot of the Bruins players didn't really respond to that tight. Like guys like DeBrusk, Bergeron.
Well, now they're not responding to the other way.
They didn't like him, and that's why he ended up, one of the reasons he got fired. And I get it. Like sometimes like just a lot of players just don't respond to that type of coach, but it's like, and he goes and wins a cup in Vegas, and like, yeah,
in the face. Come on, under 2 minutes to go here.
And you bring Montgomery in his first season, 135 points. You choke a 3-1 series lead in the first round. Second season, I think they're over 110 points, and I mean, could very well blow this one. It's like, well, at that point, it's not just coaching. You know what I mean? At that point, you got to really look at some players and go,
yeah,
we got to shake this up.
Yeah, I mean, they're missing the oomph they had.
Like, and I said it after last season against Florida. Like, I don't think Lindholm really is that good. Like Hampus Lindholm, I don't. I mean, he melts away in the playoffs, and he's making over $7 million. Like, you can't have that.
Maroon and Edmondson almost got into it.
Yeah. I mean, even this series too. I mean, it's a carbon copy of Lindholm from last playoffs. Like, I don't know what it is. The lights get brighter, and he folds.
He's not going to the box, is he? No. 125 left in the first.
Oh no!
No score.
I'm like 6 seconds ahead of you, behind you now.
No, you might be at the beginning of that break. They just faced off, so.
Oh yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Joe, Manel, I agree. I think Florida is a team built for the playoffs. I think they're the most complete team in hockey right now. I really do, because they got everything. They got high end skill. You know, I think Bob, as much as he can have brain farts, he's still a very, very good goaltender in this league. You know, and then you got your grindy bullshit rat artist and Matt Tkachuk, who, even though can be a piece of shit at times, I still love him to death. Loved watching him last playoffs. I have his T-shirt. Can't wait to rock that in the next round.
53 seconds left in the first. Sorry.
No, you good. But yeah, no, I agree. I think Florida's built for a run here, and like I said, I mean, anything can happen in the next round. But the way the Boston and Toronto have played so far this series, I don't think either of them have a snowflake's chance in hell of getting past Florida.
No,
I just don't see it.
Boston don't look like they're going to get another shot in this period. 46 seconds left. Well, I hope for actually a better overall period in the second.
No, me too.
There was chances and shit, but it was not an exciting period overall.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think if you're Boston though, you gotta look at that shot counter and go like, guys, like what the hell?
Yeah, that's not acceptable.
Scores in the league on the team, and we only mustered one shot. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean that's just not. As the game goes on, I mean that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, and again, I mean Toronto's without Austin Matthews. Like, you have to take advantage of that. Like,
there's still a lot of hockey. 2 periods to go. The first period was boring overall, Joe. I agree with that. It was disappointingly boring. I really hope this is the last game of this series. I do not want to do this on Saturday. Not for these two teams. I've had enough of this series.
Honestly, like last game was kind of boring too, a little bit.
No, the whole series has been kind of off and on, exciting and boring.
Very entertaining. I guess that I just got a gut feeling this is going to go 7 games.
Oh, shut up. Although maybe if it goes 7 games, that game will be exciting. All right, so it's done. First period's over. No score. After 1. I don't know what to expect the rest of the way with this. What do you guys think out there? What do you think of that first period? And where do they go from here?
According to TNT, the shots were 12-1 in favor of Toronto in the first.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not acceptable if you're a Boston fan.
Oh, if I was Jim Montgomery, I'd be in the locker room like blowing my top right now.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, I just, for whatever reason, I'm picturing like John Tortorella intermission here. Like, can you imagine if John Tortorella was the coach of the Bruins going into intermission being outshot 12-1?
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. I don't see how did they not get shots through? I wonder how many attempts they had.
I mean, I'm going to freeze for a second, but I'll look it up.
Toronto's rebuild is getting far. What do you mean rebuild? So when did they go through a rebuild? When they got Matthews, I guess. How many years ago was that now? Anyways, we got a first intermission, so let us know what you guys thought of this. What you thought of this first period? How you see this game going?
Oh Jesus, the Leafs are killing them in the dot too, 68% to 32%.
Yeah,
The Leafs are out.
It doesn't look good. The Bruins have to turn it around in the second. I mean, if I'm them, I know they got a lead in the series. I wouldn't want to go to 7 games. And that's why I don't understand how they're not playing better.
Jake DeBrusk had the lone shot on goal.
They're also not. They don't have much puck luck tonight. The bounces aren't going their way at all.
I agree.
You had a double shot coffee and almost nodded off. Geez, you must be tired there, Joe. Well, what I'm drinking, it's like a double shot coffee. Although it's not a full can of energy drink, but this game is, it's not hard to nod off on this game. It's kind of boring. I don't get it. You think they'd be, more, what's the word I'm looking for now? Shit. Anyways, they should be playing more desperate. It doesn't seem like they are. When the way things are going, you're getting one shot. By the end of that first, when you can't get shots on, you should be playing a little more desperate and energetic. And I'm still not getting the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And the pace of this game is not great. At times, like for here and there, 30 seconds here and there, and that's it. So hopefully that changes. And in the last 4 games of this series, it has been like that though. First and then it gets better usually as the game goes on. We'll see. I can't understand if this one wouldn't get that way. Anyway, a lot of hockey left. Hopefully it goes Boston's way because I just don't want to be here Saturday doing this game, this series. I guess I can only cheer for Boston for so long.
Where the hell is the shot attempt stat? This is a pain in the ass to find.
Oh, yeah, I don't know where you find that. They sometimes tell you during the game. Hey, Andre. Hello, Dark Matt. Dark Matt. It's the Venom version of Matt. All right, anyways, if you're here, talk to us here in the chat. I can only say so much because I don't know. I mean, how many times can I say it's a boring game? I guess same for you guys, but your opinions on this series. And I'm curious, say Boston wins this series, which I hope. Are we following them playing Florida? I don't know.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, no, I'm not asking you or you guys because you guys wanted this, and I'm the only one doing it pretty much. So I'm not committing to another series unless I feel like doing it. I'm not doing a series I don't have any interest in if I'm going to do it alone most of the time. I really don't want to do that.
Oh, I get you.
So if we're going to do another series, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Andre, everyone's saying that. I hope not, but not going to shock me if Toronto wins. I mean, the way it's going in the first, I mean, yeah, it looks like that's what's going to happen. And yet, with their shot lead and all that, they haven't been able to solve Swayman. I don't think the quality of their chances are like, oh, look at the awesome saves Swayman's making. Didn't see that either. Florida's more interesting a team to watch in the playoffs. For me, though, the problem is if I don't have any interest in the series in particular, or a team that I'm willing to cheer for, I don't know if I'm going to do the game. In this case, yeah, I hate Toronto so much. I'll cheer for anybody playing them. There, but after this, I don't know. Unless Toronto makes it out to play Florida, yeah. Other than that, I don't know. I have no interest necessarily in the other games. That's, as I say, no interest. I mean, I'll probably, if we don't do the games, I'll probably watch some of them, but I'm nobody to cheer for. I guess I wouldn't make a good broadcaster, right? You're supposed to be sort of unbiased and right. And they got to do all the games, the teams that they're not fans of. Like, I don't know that I could do that. I get bored. I was going to say, hey, we're underway again. No, we're not. That's a highlight. Stupid. No, Andre, no. We don't need Toronto to pass the Bruins. No, not at all. Because that would involve them actually winning a series, and I want to see that. That's like I don't want to see that more than anything. I don't want to see that because their fans are going to be just intolerable, even with one playoff series win. I don't want bench clearing brawls. I want exciting hockey. That's all, Joe. Of which this is not. So far in this game, anyway, we'll see. So I don't know. Are there any other series that are set? I imagine there must be, right? Rangers and Carolina, right? So that's to say, I don't really have. What interest do I have? I don't like Hurricanes, but not. I don't have the same hate as I do for Toronto. So, and the Rangers aren't a particular team I like, anyways, either. So, especially with Trouba. So I'm not a team that Trouba's on. I'm not going to cheer for. But I'm not cheering for Carolina. So that series is out. Maybe the only team I might have interest in is Colorado. So like a Colorado-Dallas series would be pretty cool. I might be interested in that one. We'll see. I also kind of need some time off, if you know what I mean. Not that I'm going to not work, but time off from the games. I think I need some time off, so I don't think I want to run through till June.
Leafs had 20 shot attempts in the first. The Bruins had 14.
14 and only one got through.
The Leafs blocked 6 of them, and the Bruins flat out missed 7 of them.
Oh, well.
Oh, the direction finder's off.
The what?
I said the direction finder is off.
What direction finder?
For the Bruins, because they can't hit the net.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's up with that.
I mean, the Maple Leafs have only missed one shot and had 7 blocked. Jeez, so the Maple Leafs have almost as many shots on goals as the Bruins have attempts.
Andre says today he read in the news the second Boeing whistleblower dies after raising concerns about. Did he fall out a window? Oh, he laughs at least not through the window. I didn't hear about that. Would it be Colorado Oilers? I'm getting it wrong. I don't know who is going to be the matchup, but
it's the Oilers and the winner of the Canucks and the Predators.
Right. So it would be Colorado Dallas. I was right. If both teams win their series.
Well, Colorado's already through, so it'll be Colorado against the winner.
Oh yeah, Colorado is through. That's right.
Yeah.
So Colorado Dallas if Dallas gets through.
I think whoever Colorado ends up playing, I think that series will be very, very good.
It's going to be Dallas because Dallas is going to beat Vegas.
Yeah, maybe not. You never know.
Yeah, they're going to.
Watch, it'll go to Game 7 and Mark Stone will score the overtime winner and everybody will lose their mind.
And get his liver, was it his spleen lacerated again on the winning goal.
Right. Just spleens
and
it
amazingly be in the lineup for game
in.
1. He'll amazingly be in the lineup for game 1 of the next series after getting his spleen lacerated a second time. Oh, Joe, you're looking at for the conference. Okay. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I don't know. I'll see. I haven't decided, and we haven't talked about it, everybody, so I have no idea what we're doing after this series. I have no idea, but we must be through a good part of that intermission, so I would imagine in the next few minutes we'll be back for period number 2. Get out your tampons. It's period number 2. Oh, did I say that? Am I going to get in trouble for that? All right, we're going to talk to each other here. Come on, let's go. How is he going to explain that to Bettman? I don't know how he's going to explain it. Miracle. It's a miracle. A miracle. Vegas, God's team, because you know God loves gambling. God loves gambling. Speaking of gambling, I look over in a game 6 money line. Nice. Not. If Dallas beats Vegas, it will leave second round Western Conference a bit more open. I don't know why do you say that? If Dallas beats Vegas, they're the better team. No, then just the better team wins. What's the difference? It's not football like Vegas is blocking better. I don't get it. That wasn't very funny. No score after 1. Besides that weird guy on the screen, they should be back very soon for this second period. Second round, well, that's better to say because there's no difference. I mean, I don't see how it's more wide open. Honestly, it's one team or the other. What's the difference? But yeah, I mean, second round matchups. Second round conference finals. And then hopefully it's a good final and not a one-sided one.
I agree.
Because I mean, even if I don't watch the next 2 series, say that happens and I don't really watch them, I will watch the finals, especially this year. I will watch them. So we'll see. I don't know. Very wishy-washy on the rest of the playoffs for some reason.
I mean, I'll still watch just because I absolutely love hockey.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna watch some games. I just don't know which ones, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that I want to. Alone, I don't really feel like doing another series where I'm pretty much the only one here. It's not a knock on you guys. It's just that I'm kind of burnt out.
Look, I mean,
I appreciate
now, so like I'm
just saying I'm kind of burnt out. I was burnt out at the end of the regular season. Now we're doing this. I didn't want to be doing this all by myself.
no,
It's tiring, you know. I'm old.
I was like, you know what?
I'm old. Remember that.
Yeah.
I get tired easily. No, but I was kind of burnt out, and then it's not helping me that the series is not over yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not lying. I don't really have an interest in anything. So if I'm going to do any more games, it's kind of because you guys are more, you know, I'll tag along, but I don't really have an interest to do games on my own. That I don't really want to, you know, I'm not excited about one team or the other.
No, I got you.
It's just going to be boring for me and for people watching.
Sox, Dallas, I'll still have them in the West.
I'd rather spend time writing a little bit and doing other things.
Let's see, Joe's got the Rangers and the Stars in the final. I have Carolina beating Colorado in the Cup final.
Joe, I had Florida and Stars, with Florida winning in my bracket. I need Dallas to knock out Vegas, or my bracket's kaput completely right off the bat. I think otherwise I'm doing okay.
I mean, the Kings I had in the West final, but that's not. I mean, everybody else is still like if Vegas knocks Dallas out, I think it's just me, because I think there's me and maybe one other person in our pool had Vegas moving on.
Second period is underway, by the way.
Yep, they're gonna drop the puck in a second here in mine.
Yeah, suck it. Feel like I do all year.
It's all right. I'll get cable and I'll be ahead of you again.
No, but you won't. Not the way I'm watching this year, but during the season next year, yeah, of course. I go back to
ESPN Plus. I'll be ahead of you. It's just I'm streaming this on Max.
Yeah, you're not going to get it faster than I'm getting it.
Oh, good.
It's just not possible. And I kind of know this because Cam the other day, he was pissed that he was like 20 seconds behind me. Wow, the Leafs almost scored there. Minute in, that was kind of close. Nice might be there. Oh, was it Nice? No, I might be wrong. Oh, somebody just took a high stick. Are they going to call that? Yep. Boston going on the PK.
Andre, honestly, that's a good question. And I don't mind talking about it. No, look, I think it. Certainly you don't want, foreign bodies like that, in your lungs. I mean, for me personally, like, I can still work out. I can still wrestle on the weekends. I feel fine. It all depends on what you're vaping too. Like, because some vapes, especially the ones higher in nicotine, the vape, this guy isn't that high in nicotine. I'm trying to wean myself off, actually. They tend to have more heavy metals. But also it's the THC vapes are the really bad ones.
4-minute power play. They drew blood.
That were putting people in the hospital. But I mean, I would never recommend smoking or vaping. I'm candid about it. I smoked for a little bit, and then I quit smoking. I started vaping, so it's better that way. But
I don't smoke. I don't know why. I don't smoke.
But yeah, to each their own, and I guess I don't mind talking about it. It's a good question.
So we got a 4-minute power play for Toronto because a high stick on Bertuzzi and it drew blood. Looks like he cut his chin up a little bit.
Got feeling that we're going 7.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with this power play. But yeah, so far, first minute killed off. At least if they, I say, if they can get through the first one, maybe give up a goal, only one. It's not so bad on a 4-minute power play double minor. So we'll see. If they can kill them both off, even better. So far, so good. 35 seconds, 2:35 left in the 4 minutes.
Bruins really kind of dominated this series as special teams.
Neither team's dominated.
Well, just the Bruins' kills been a lot better.
Oh well, yeah.
Kills like
yeah, they've been killing everything. I think it's still only one power play goal for Toronto.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, that's the only really aspect that the Bruins have really shown their kind of dominance.
Yeah,
other than
power play's been good.
5-on-5. It's really been back and forth.
First power play or first penalty killed off. So most they can get is 1. Zaka with a shot off a stick and out. Joe, I don't really go for underdogs. If I'm making 2 brackets, I might do that. I try. Not that I go necessarily for the favorites, but I go who I think is going to win. But I don't pick underdogs on purpose, just to pick an underdog. So I see Peter Angelo's dumb penalty. League reduced it from 5 to 2 minutes. I would have thrown the book at him for that. I did not see it. 2 for roughing, 5 for intent to injure, and tossed him out. I didn't see it. Not surprised, though, Peter Angelo.
Did he do something that too?
Yeah, he can be dirty.
Yeah, he can.
When he was playing with Vegas, yeah. When he went to Vegas, that's when I noticed he was a dirty player. I didn't realize before.
Lose.
Peter Angelo. When he was with St. Louis, I don't know why I never really realized he was a dirty player a bit. Minute 15 left on their power play. So far, so good for Boston. Offside, 16:04 left in the second. Shots are now 14-1. So they've only gotten 1 shot on this power play so far. So basically, Toronto not taking advantage of it either.
No, well, Toronto's power play's fucking.
Well, it has sucked.
But take matches out, it's like fuck.
But they had a good one during the season, so you got to figure at some point it's coming back, but it's not.
When these teams needed their stars the most, they vanished. Poof.
Yep.
Like I said, it's not just the Leafs. Like McAvoy and Pasternak have been non-existent this series, virtually non-existent.
It depends. Most games, out of the 5, I think 3 of them they've been kind of quiet.
Pasternak, I haven't really seen him much at all this series. He really hasn't done anything.
He's only got a goal, maybe 2. He should have more than that.
Like, I mean, McAvoy, yeah. I mean, I think the last 3 games I haven't really noticed McAvoy much at all. This game and last game, I didn't even know he was on the ice. I mean, same thing with Hampton Lindholm. I mean, he's making like $7 million, and he just, I don't know what it is.
Oh, they're going to kill off both penalties. Look at that.
Like,
good job on by the PK, Boston. They only gave up 2 shots on 4 minutes of power play. Oh, the puck is bouncing like it's crazy, like a pinball game. There's a high stick missed by by Toronto, missed by their refs. Penalty coming right here. How's that not a penalty? The guy took down Wall.
No idea.
How's that not a
You know
penalty?
what's funny too, and I know like during the regular season the Bruins defense was good, but like Swayman and Allmark were near the top of the league with like Montembeault and Primo for goals saved above expected. So like,
yeah, goalies are a big part of it. I mean, listen, Swayman's doing his job.
Right, but I'm just saying like
you can't blame him at all in this series.
No.
At all.
He's the only reason the Bruins are in this game.
Yep.
And the only reason they were in the last game, and you know, as much as Cam hypes up the Bruins defense, and I do think they are a good unit. I think there's holes in that game because otherwise, why was Swayman near the top of the list for goals saved above expected? Right, like that means they're giving up a lot of chances.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Like, you take Swayman or even Allmark away, it's like, the Bruins really that good? And I think they are, but again, it's like, they having, two goalies like that, is that masking a lot of stuff? And I think it is. I think we're seeing a playoff series. Like,
that's what Carey Price did. Masked a lot of defensive problems.
Well, exactly. And until Sorokin shit himself, like the same thing like with with the Islanders. Like that team reminded me of a lot of Habs teams with Price, where it's like, the team in front of him's nah, but like he's that good that he's just gonna steal games.
Yeah. You need goalie to steal games in the playoffs.
Without a doubt.
So let's see. Peter Angelo tried to elbow someone, missed the elbow, caught the guy with the back of the hand, drew blood, got 2 minutes only. And that was Seguin that he hit. So Seguin played the rest of the game with Kleenex up his nose. What are you going to do?
Hilarious, too. I had no idea Zach Parise was still playing hockey. I thought he was done.
Who's that again?
Zach Parise.
Oh, Parise. He's got to be close to it.
Good for
He's still on that contract, that 14-year contract, no?
For Colorado?
What?
Where's Parise playing? Is he on Colorado?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because I was watching one of the games and I saw like they were talking to him mid-intermission because he scored a goal, and I'm like, wait, you're still playing?
He just finished last year, I think, that 14-year contract that he and Weber. No, him and Suter? Who? Parise signed a real long-term deal.
Yeah,
with Minnesota.
But for the Avs, and I'm like, wait, you're still playing? Like I thought he was like on like LTIR Island. I didn't know he was still playing. I had no idea. I was like,
holy shit. For a while, I think last year or something like that on LTIR. So we're 7 minutes in, and Boston's still one shot.
Like in his prime, he was amazing.
They got a shot. They got a shot. They got two now. Doubled their money. 3. Shots are coming now. Pressure here by Toronto. And Boston clears it.
And either team can score a goal. Jesus. I'll be damned.
What?
Boston took a shot.
Yeah, they got 3 now.
That's how far behind I am.
Yeah. Icing now.
So this is how Rick feels during the regular season.
Yep. That's exactly it.
Rick's like, now you deal with it, bitch.
Is he? Oh. Is he with the Stars or Colorado?
Colorado. He's with Colorado. I looked it up. Excuse me. It's just funny. And this is his last season. He's retiring after this. And they were talking about on the whichever game, I forget which game of the series it was I was watching. About like how, like Ray Bourque in his last season went to Colorado, won the cup. Like, it'd be kind of cool if Parise did the same thing. Yeah, I don't think he's won a cup.
Who?
Parise.
With who? Who would he win with?
That's what I mean. I don't think he's won one yet. It'd be kind of cool to see that. Oh. Really, anybody except Boston or Toronto, I'm pretty fine with. Or Edmonton or Vancouver. I don't want to see a Canadian team win the cup until we do it.
Yeah. Thanks, Islam, for clearing that up. Parise and Ryan Suter signed those 4. Was it a 14-year deal?
Yeah, I think Minnesota's still on the hook for like $8 million for each of them for like the next 2
Yeah, because they bought him out, right?
Yeah, fucking stupid.
And Kovalchuk was also, I think, a 14-year deal, but that's when they stopped doing that. They said no more long-term deals, and they shortened it to 8 at the max.
Yep.
Because they overturned that deal or something. I can't remember but it was 14 years. I don't think it was 15.
Yeah.
DiPietro was crazy.
Yeah, so he's just like Bobby Bonilla with the Mets. It's like a Rick DiPietro day.
Yeah, that's a crazy contract. That one.
Yeah, wasn't it like a 20-year? It was something ridiculous.
I think it was. 20 years. And then he got injured and never played. Hardly ever played again. We're almost halfway through this game. Shots are 17-4 now. And no score. We're going to have a 0-0 overtime game. That's happened before, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Times.
So the Islanders signed DiPietro to a 15-year, $67.5 million contract.
So DiPietro was the 15 years.
And then they bought him out because of his buyout. He gets paid $1.5 million a year until 28-29.
Yeah, that's it. The buyout, it extends it, right? Whatever years, however many years left, double it.
28-29 is making $1.5 million a year.
Yeah, that's crazy, and it's against the cap.
I know. And I'm saying the baseball's got Bobby Bonilla Day and
Bobby
DiPietro Day.
Yeah, Bobby Bonilla. I remember that contract too. They never stopped paying that. Oop, I guess my letter died.
So Bobby Bonilla gets paid $1.2 million every year until 2035.
That's great. That's just, it's like how long? 40 years?
And then he also gets paid $500,000 a year until 2028 by the Orioles.
Insanity.
Because of deferred, buddy.
That's crazy. How many years is that total contract going to be that he gets paid for?
And he played 16 years. Like, that was his career.
Insanity.
Yeah, so the Mets wanted to release him, and then he negotiated a settlement that the Mets accepted that starting in 2011, he was making $1.2 million a year until 2035.
Daryl wants to know if Habs could trade Anderson for Taylor Hall, would you do it?
Who for who?
Anderson for Taylor Hall.
Oh. I'm going to say no.
You wouldn't trade Andy for Taylor Hall at this point?
Problem is Taylor Hall gets like I don't know when the last time he played a full healthy season was.
So yeah,
you know what I mean. It's because if he wasn't injury prone, or if he wasn't at the stage of his career where he can't stay healthy, maybe. But at least with Anderson, you're gonna have a body on the ice.
true.
Granted, again, I don't like the money he makes, but he's a big body on the ice that plays with a lot of heart. I'm fine with that. And, as much as we criticize him, obviously he had a really bad point year. But, I'll never say that he doesn't give 110% effort every game. You know what Anderson.
There were some games. No, there were some games I don't know. He didn't seem into it as much.
Maybe some, but I mean, for the most part, though, he's always out there flying around, trying to do his best. I can't ever knock him for his effort. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if they move on from him.
Wall's record when facing elimination 2-1.
I still remember when he scored that first goal, that empty netter. And we were like, he's 2 feet away. He flat out misses. He's down the other end of the ice, bullseye.
Yeah, he was snake bit.
I was like, what the hell?
So this second period, more than halfway over, not much better than the first. It's almost like neither team really wants to win. I don't know. And they're not stepping up at all.
No.
Nobody is in this game, really. Maybe just Swayman, but nobody else, really.
You know what's funny? And I'm not trying to be biased when I say this, but I feel like if the Habs were one of these two teams, it'd actually be more entertaining because they'd actually give a shit. You know what I mean? They would step up. I'm totally unbiased. Just the energy that they play with night in and night out.
There'd be more fight in the dog than these guys have.
Jesus.
Right now. Although, I mean, this last little sequence was pretty good.
Yeah.
So if it picks up like that, that'd be okay. Eight and a half minutes to go in the second. Yeah, Hooser, you're probably right. We'll trade him away wherever, and he'll pick up his game somewhere else.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily a reason not to trade somebody.
No, I mean, like I said, and I agree, there were some games where he didn't just look like he was in it, but I think for the most part, he tried it, he gave a lot of effort. And I mean, he
did. I'm not. You're right. Especially the early season slump, he worked hard. That's how he broke out of it.
No, he
later in the season, it seemed
he's done so many great things on this team.
No, I know. I'm not shitting on him necessarily. No. And it wasn't me that asked it. It was somebody else.
No, I know. No, and I know you're not. I'm just speaking my mind on him. Just my thoughts on him. I could never knock his effort. I think he's a great stand-up guy. I just don't like the money. If he was making $1.5 million, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, nobody would for that.
But what's he making?
5.5.
Yeah, that's a little rich.
So Bruins getting some good pressure, but again, shots not getting through. And they're getting some pressure now on them. Like it seems some legitimate. What's the word? They're playing. What's the word we use for that? Playing with urgency, a sense of urgency. That's it. It's what I've been looking for the whole night, just out of my head. They're starting to look like maybe they are now, the Bruins. Let's see. Let's see how it goes.
We only took them half the game.
But that's pretty much true this whole series.
Yeah.
The first game.
Yeah.
Toronto penalty? Who's getting a penalty? Yeah, Toronto getting a penalty. The Bushkin must be too many men because they changed it to Tavares.
Oh, no? They just played bowling in front of fucking Joseph Woll. I know behind you. I saw that sequence. Holy shit. It's like friggin' bowling pins.
So it must have been too many men.
Okay. Okay.
Tripping. Oh, because Wall, tripping on Wall.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, that's, yeah.
With a stick. No, look, Joe, who's that? Like, I agree. Like, the thing with this Habs team is, yeah, I mean, they were bad, but almost most of the games are very entertaining to watch.
Yeah. Habs led the league last year in 1-goal games.
Yeah, I mean, they're not that far off. And, like Rick and I always emphasize too, like the Habs play with heart. Like you can't knock that team for not having heart. They come out every game working their asses off, and that's why they progress so much this season. And that's why I think they're going to keep getting better. And I think a lot of that stems from Marty, from Coach Marty.
.45 seconds left on the power play. Cleared down the ice again.
What?
We're going to go to overtime 0-0.
At this point, yeah, Jesus.
There's a whole period, but I said this yesterday after the last game. I mean, after it was 1-1 early, and then was going. I said, "Watch, we're gonna go 1-1 into overtime," and that's what happened. I had a feeling, and I get that feeling again that they're not going to score in regulation. I mean, I hope I'm wrong because this is kind of shitty.
I mean, at this point, I think I'd be more entertained watching a worm make its way across my patio.
Maybe. I mean, it's got moments in this game, but I mean, that's it. Just moments that are exciting. The rest is kind of just boring. 5:35 left in the second. 18-7 shots on goal, no score.
I mean, majority of this game, I feel like, is less entertaining than watching paint dry.
If this goes to overtime, Toronto's going to win.
Yeah, I think so.
And we're going to get set up for a game 7. Have a good night there, Gisela. Thanks for being there, buddy. Oh, yeah, Gisela was talking about the trap game. Yeah. Goddamn trap game. And I thought it was illegal to play the trap game now in the league. You're not allowed, but just play a little different version of it and you're okay.
I also never want to hear again how good the Bruins are and blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't care.
How good they are? No, I mean, they're just playing. I mean, they're about the same. I mean, the games are so close. These are very close teams.
No, they are, but like I just feel like every year people talk about the Bruins like they're just like, especially the last.
Well, I think that last year they had that crazy season.
No, but again, even this year, people were talking about the Bruins as like, oh, you
They
know,
were better than I thought. I mean, they had a better result. Let's at least say that.
No,
Right? The result was great.
They were. Now, I'm not saying that they're not a good team. They're not this like world beater team that like.
No.
You're like,
and you're seeing the proof of that here, right? I mean, that's the proof of it here.
And
but then neither is Toronto.
You can be a world beater in the regular season. It don't matter if you don't show up in the playoffs. And I mean, this is back-to-back years where the Bruins are on the verge of blowing a 3-1 series lead. Like,
listen, I'm an old Habs fan. Win the Stanley Cup. It doesn't matter.
No,
because the truth is, how many years can you name who was the second best? Like, who was the team that lost? You may be able to go, yeah, this team win. But who were the losers? That's harder, man. That's a lot harder. You don't remember the second place team.
No, it is. Especially if it wasn't like if it's a really entertaining cup final, like, I could see that. But no, but you're right. Like, yeah, I agree. And
I'm telling you, Habs, if they lost Game 7 in the finals in overtime and they lost, wasn't a good season.
Yeah.
That's how we were.
Look, listen, the first 20 years of my life, if the Patriots didn't make it to the AFC Championship, it was considered a failure. So I get it.
No, you're not listening to me. Going to Game 7, overtime, triple overtime even, and we lose, wasn't a good season. That's how it was in the 70s.
Yeah.
And then, well, only 2 wins in the last 40 years. Well, that changes your attitude a little bit.
Oh, it does. But you get the gist of what I'm saying about the Pats dynasty when I was growing up. Like, every year we were in the AFC title game. If we weren't, it was considered a huge failure.
Yeah. Hell, I remember the first year that I remember the Habs didn't make the playoffs. That was crazy. It's like I couldn't even comprehend. They didn't make the playoffs. We didn't make the playoffs. How can that be? It was sometime in the 80s, I think. I don't know. But the Habs were in the playoffs every year.
All right.
Oh, the goalies go flag. Yeah. Hope that bites you in the ass tonight.
Oh, Joe, I agree.
Who's Foster?
Healthy for a full season.
Wait, who's Calvin says Foster's putting pressure on them. Who's Foster? Is there a player named Foster?
I don't know.
Am I missing something? Boston. You mean Boston, and your spell check kicked in. That's got to be what it is. It's funny what spell check will put. Or autocorrect, I should say. The Leaf Square, they're happy-ish. .345 left in the second. Shots are 19-11 now. So Boston's starting to get some pucks on net. And for Toronto, that's falling off. Because if it's 11. So that's 10 shots to 6 for Boston in the second. So that's the difference. It's turned around a little bit. Ooh, that was deflection was close. Yeah, Boston's starting to play with that sense of urgency now. I was right. They were starting to show it. They're starting to play that way, but Toronto is not. I mean, I'm encouraged by that. Toronto seems on their heels a little bit even. If Samsonov was in net, Boston's winning at this point.
No, I mean, without a doubt. Like, I mean, Samsonov blows.
I like what who's. I used to work for an autocorrect company. I was fried for no reason. I like that. I'm a simple-minded person. What can I say? Under 3 to go in the second. Boston looking like they want a goal before this period is over. At least that's better to see than the other side, just not showing that intensity and urgency. Seems to me anyway. Hand pass, don't touch it first.
Joseph Wall.
Wall's playing good.
Oh, McAvoy did something.
Nyes is really the only one tonight for Toronto that stands out for me.
Oh, Nyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wall. Nyes and Wall for me.
I agree. I think Morgan Riley's trying to make stuff happen too.
I'm saying for me, who I'm noticing the most is those two guys. Yep. It seems like every time I see Toronto doing something, Nyes is in the middle of it or whatever. He's having a good game and a good series. He's been a good player for them. Shots are 19-14 now. So Boston really putting the pressure on in the second. I dare say if Boston plays like this, the third period should be successful for them. Unless Wall goalies them, which, I mean, he's doing now. Minute and a half left in the second. Unbelievably, still no score. Oh, there was a bad hit in the corner. Boston player down and out. No, he's up. It looked bad. He got up though. .106 left in the second. We have a commercial break happening, maybe. Ooh, that was a bad hit into the boards. That should have been called. Holmberg on. I didn't see on who.
Oh.
I think on McAvoy was it? I'm not sure who it was.
I'll see it in a second. Oh no, that wasn't it. Oh, that was it.
Yeah, he got up. He's good, but I mean that was a bad hit. They showed in slow motion.
Oh, maybe not. I think I'm still behind you.
That should have been a call. Toronto scored. Son of a bitch. See, should have been a call. This goal should not have happened.
I don't think I've seen it yet.
Well.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that was a board. That was right in the numbers.
Yep. And Nylander scores. Like 10 seconds later or something. Horrible.
That was low ride that got moved. And he's feeling it.
I'm not blaming Sway here. I think that hit. Yeah. It hit McAvoy's
my
leg
Lord.
and went in. It hit McAvoy's leg and went in.
I don't know
You
how
see it
that's
in
not
slow motion? He hit his chin on the top of the boards there.
Dude,
That's a horrible hit. That should have been a call. I understand they're holding the whistle, but I mean, that should have been a call.
glass. His hands were by his side. He couldn't even protect himself.
Nothing. I mean, that should have been a call. And then it leads to a goal right after. That's wrong.
Yep. D to D. Nylander turns again. Nylander still with the puck. Throws it on net. Scored.
It goes off McAvoy's thigh into the net. No chance for Swayman there.
Yeah, I'll have to see in a second. Like the replay anyway.
Yeah, they're going to show it. All right, so we're going to end the second 1-0 Toronto after 2. Disappointing.
Oh, yeah, that hit McAvoy.
It hit him in the thigh. And then changed direction. Obviously went into the, just past the goalpost. So Swayman would have had that, but not after it goes off of McAvoy's thigh. Refs want to see the 7th game too. Some more money for them, I guess. You're right. Do they get paid, the refs, for playoffs? I don't know. Maybe they don't either. Huzu says, Jack Edwards, remind me to see his reaction later. Yeah, Edwards, big homer. He's probably drunk anyway. And listen, I smoke, I get it. He can drink all he wants, but you're doing play-by-play? Drunk? Come on. Montgomery gonna go apeshit. Yeah, you gotta think that. Well, you know what? They were playing better. I don't know if they'll go apeshit. That was a lucky goal, right? I don't know. They were playing better. They got to just play the way they've been playing in the second. Slinksy, you think that the Leafs would take note of this? And maybe Matthews is expendable after all. If your team plays better when that guy's gone, maybe they're better without him. Yeah, Calvin, don't worry. I'm watching the game, dude. All right, well, we got an intermission. Hopefully the last one of this game. Although, if Toronto's still winning, I don't know. But I hope it doesn't go to overtime. I'll say today, I hope it doesn't go to overtime either way. If it is Toronto that wins, I won't be saying that on Saturday if Toronto's in the lead. I want Boston to win. Although the problem here is that Toronto is due against Boston. They're really due, but they've been due for a long time, so I don't know if that means anything. Then.
Rick, I just learned this. The ref that missed that boarding call is from Selfie.
Is from?
Selfie, South Boston.
How the hell? What the hell is that about? A self-hating Bostonite.
Anywho, I'm going to get going.
All righty.
But no, it was fun hanging out for a little bit.
Enjoy the third period.
I will. Hopefully Boston can close this out. Like I told you, gut feeling. I had a gut feeling this was going 7.
Say hi to your handler for me.
Hey, she's not my handler. Go away.
All right, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Are you tomorrow for the trivia? You're in or out?
Yep, I'll be in for it.
All right, see you tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. See you guys.
Right,
Later.
All right, so we got this intermission to get through, and then we got a whole period. And I hope Boston comes back from this. It's not going to shock me if it ends up 1-0. Although I don't feel that. I think now that Toronto scored, we'll get a Boston goal, and maybe 2, maybe another Toronto goal. I don't know. How do you guys feel the third period will go? Okay. How do I feel it's going to go then? Let me see if I have a gut feeling somewhere in there. Hang on. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like. I feel Toronto's going to win now. Anyways, listen, a whole period to go. That's a lot of hockey. Anything can happen. I like the way Boston was playing. Toronto got lucky there. Hopefully that doesn't continue. And if Boston still plays the way they were in the last, say, 10 minutes of this game, of this period, yeah, I think they can make something happen unless Wall just, stones him or puts up a wall. At some point, it's going to get rougher if it stays this close, yeah. You got to think, right? If it stays this close, the closer it gets to overtime, it's going to get. Or, closer it gets to the end of the period, it's going to get rougher. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm doing that. But, Joe, as I was saying, I don't know that they played well. Boston was the better team in the second period. They outshot them by a good margin. Boston was the better team. A fluke goal against. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as bad as people think. The first period intermission, that would be different. But they played better. Maybe that's why they did, because he got mad, screamed a bit, and they played better. Joe, yeah, a lot of after the whistle pushing and shoving around the net, I would think, when there's a play there. But we'll see. Anything can happen. I feel the third period's been the better period for Boston, but I may be wrong on that. So I'm hoping I'm right, and I hope they have that third period tonight. Or we're back on Saturday. All right. If you're here, say hi, talk to me, do whatever. Let me know what you think. Who you think gets goals maybe in the third period? How do you think this third period is going to go? Excuse me. Yeah, I just have this bad feeling it's going to be Toronto. Hey there, Andre. Did you go out and come back? Really? I didn't notice. There's been some teams. They're showing lowest shot totals by winning teams in the playoffs, this year's playoffs. There's been some low shot totals, man. And Boston not among them, so I guess not so bad after all. Does anybody know? Is Ryan Reeves in the lineup? I didn't notice him out there. I'm trying to think of players I didn't notice. I didn't notice Matthews out there either, man. But was Reeves in the lineup? He was supposed to be, from what I saw. Domi will get the insurance goal and do Allstate commercials. Yeah. Domi's been around the net all night. He could get a goal. I don't know. I hope it's Boston goal next. Boston kind of needs the next goal. If I'm them, I don't think I want to go down 2-0 in this game, the way it's going. Yeah, I don't think Reeves got out on the ice. Maybe Sheldon Keefe getting smart. Put Reeves out on the ice, he screws up. So too bad he's not out there, but I guess Keefe is learning his lesson. Too little, too late? I don't know. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing. Come on, guys, give me some questions then. Help me out here. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a trivia show. Tomorrow night, I think at 9. Hoosier, they should be losing their shit over that. That call, that as a missed call was horrible. Seriously. You might be, whistles might be in the pockets, but for a play like that, you got to call that. That's the kind of thing you call. Little shit you let go. That's not little shit. That's a bad call. That was it might show bias. I don't know, but you got to think that way when you see that being a missed call. Even though the guy's from South Boston. Which channel? What on which channel for what? The trivia? Here. I'm talking Habs. Yeah, trivia show's not going to be on Don't Puck with Media. Next Friday, we'll do a question and answer over there. We alternate every week. Something to look forward to, maybe, if you guys like movies. Harry, myself, and Matt are going to start a series on Harry's channel. Talking about movies, like we're leading off with our 5 favorite movies each, and do stuff like that, little themes and stuff, and talk about movies and TV shows. And that, like I said, is over on Harry's channel, Harry Rice Hockey. We're filming the first one on Sunday, so that should be out. I don't know. Harry's doing all that, so the editing and all that. I don't know when it'll be out exactly, but look for that. If you're interested in movies. Everybody's interested in movies. One thing I can tell you, there's not one superhero movie in my list. Not a one. All right. See, that's information. See, I'm telling you stuff about me. You got to tell me stuff about you guys. Going once, going twice. Maybe the game will come back on before you guys talk to me. All right. How about this? Next goal scored, one player each team. I'm going to think about mine. Phil says Marchand. It's always Marchand. I don't know. Rom-coms? I wouldn't be very good at rom-coms, Joe. I don't think I'd be very good at that. But we're starting out with our 5 favorite. Then we'll do our 5 least favorite, and then we'll go into maybe genres and stuff. We've got all different ideas. We're going to do that either every week or every second week. Well, rom-coms I doubt we're going to do. At least I don't know. Anyways, check out the first one when it comes out. We'd appreciate that, and let us know what you think about it. All right, you're going to force me into what's next. Oh, you should check out Habnormal's podcast. It was released today on this channel. We talk about the season in review. So we're doing a season in review. I thought it was pretty good. It's a little long, but we kind of cover most things. So check that out. There's no link in the description, but there's a link for the podcast site, and you'll find it there very easily. What else am I doing? Saturday, we're either doing this game if they go to Game 7, or I'll be doing Saturday Hockey Talk at 8 o'clock on Saturday night. I'm hoping for Saturday Hockey Talk. We'll see. When you say you can pass, it means cannot bother watching. Yeah, I don't like rom-coms. It was never my thing, so. And there's Zachary. Nice goal by Willie? No, fluke goal by Willie. At least admit that. Went off a guy's thigh into the net. I understand and I got a really nice goal, but that's a fluke. Call it for what it is. Or a lucky goal, either way. Nice goal. If you're a Leafs fan, which you are, I guess. I don't have to ask you who you think is going to win this game, but we'll see. If the third period is like the second, where Boston, I'm going to say dominated, but they're a better team in the second. It could be an interesting third. Oh, definitely after a missed call. Yeah, it's true. Right? That goal should not have happened, Zachary. There should have been a call there before. So Boston should have been on the power play there. That was a penalty that happened before. There's no doubt about it. Just a tiny missed call, though, Huzel. Just tiny. A boarding penalty and possibly a suspendable kind of thing. So. Montgomery's arguing the non-call. Oh, they're already at. That was fast. Third period just started. Shots are 20-13. Favor of Toronto. It is 1-0 Toronto. So I'm going to say if Toronto gets the next goal, I think they're going to win. If it's Boston, it's likely going to go to overtime. But we'll see. The way this game's going, the next goal could be very, very important. Domi looks good. Yeah, if you're a Leafs fan. I mean, he plays with a short fuse. That's a horrible missed call. This horrible. Man, Montgomery was mad. $47 hits to 41 hits favor of Toronto, unfortunately. Boston needs to turn that around here in this third period. And the faceoffs, like they're getting their asses kicked, Boston, at the dot. So, and again, Domi wins the drop. Domi getting a raise next year. Minute 15 into this third period. Don't go to overtime. That's all I ask. Don't go to overtime. Offside, I think. Toronto. Oh, how did you miss that? Damn it. 2 minutes gone. Oh, he just missed that tip in or a deflection. Anyway, 2.5 minutes gone here in the third. Shots are now 20-15. Boston is slowly catching up. Much better pace here in the third. Both teams looking for that goal. Come on, get something out the net. Jesus. Toronto's more active, you think? I'd say Toronto also now has that sense of urgency. They're playing with much better pace. It's back to being even, but much better to watch. But they're getting their chances, that's for sure. I don't know who that was. Breakaway shot went wide. Closing in on 6 minutes into the third. Still 1-0 Toronto. Damn it. I mean, but definitely I think at this point, Toronto's getting more pressure on Boston, more time in their zone. Oh, fuck. Off Riley. I don't know. It hit the post and went. I don't know what happened there. I got to see that again. Fad's giving the finger. That's funny. God damn, Marchand. Off Riley and just right past the net. Like, oh, God. Well, at least third period's, exciting. Took a while to get here. Man, I wonder if this 1-0 score is going to hold up. Yeah, no, exactly, Andre. When they play well like that, too bad the whole game wasn't like that, but we got a third period, that's for sure. Both teams do need a goal. Like Toronto wants that insurance, but man, Boston needs the next goal. And the longer this goes into this period, man, they better get one. Toronto was a bit lucky there. That bounce off of Riley, yeah. That was a good save there by Wall. They just showed a replay. Shots are now 21-18, so Boston almost all the way back. 13-10 left, 21-17 now. They took one away. 13-10 left in the third. Boston wins the draw. Come on. Get it out now. Good pressure here by Toronto again. Oh, catch up to it. No. 9 minutes in. This is a great pace. Ten and a half minutes left in regulation. And Boston needs that goal. Oh, that was close. Good save, Swayman there. Whew. Under 10 left in the regulation. There hasn't been a whistle hardly. I mean, the pace is pretty good. Oh, there's a stop. Went off the netting, I think. Came back in. That's a good pace there to the game, and chances are there. Both sides. Seems a little more for Toronto, though. Commercial break. Whew. Game still up for grabs. But Boston's running out of time. They need that next goal. I think it's changed from important for Toronto to get it to sort of ensure. I don't think they need that now. Just hang on. Boston doesn't score. While making a statement. Looking for that starter's job next year, you think? But everybody went to the bathroom at the same time? All right, well. One more commercial. No, we didn't need it. Got to make their money, I guess. Well, talk to me out there. With under 10 to go, I think it's under 10. Anyway, wherever they are at. What do you guys think? Boston gets a goal? I'm not feeling it. 9:22 left. In regulation, shots are 23-19. It is 1-0 for Toronto. Wasted opportunity. That's 2 in a row with Matthews not in the lineup. 2 wasted opportunities. Good save there by Swayman. Come on. Come on. 8:22. Well, you got to think that if Boston loses this game, man, that's got to get in their heads. And I guess that's an offside. Why did they whistle that down? 6:59 left in the third. Regulation. I'm not feeling Boston coming back. Going to end up 1-0. Again, I'll say, it might sound redundant, but if Toronto gets the next goal, they're going to win in regulation. If Boston gets it, it goes to overtime, especially with under 7 now left. But, man, Boston getting goalie tonight. And Toronto sort of, too. But when you got the only goal, well, you're doing better. Icing call against Boston. 6:28 left in regulation. And it's mostly Toronto here in the last 6-7 minutes. It's mostly Toronto. Hang on, I gotta just take my camera off for a sec. Make it a little adjustment. Then come back on camera. There we go. 6:20 left. Man, Boston just cannot stay in the Toronto zone. Toronto's doing okay getting zone time. Come on, get in there. Are you going to pull the goalie, Boston, you think, if it gets down? It's 5:28. Another 3 minutes. You think they pull the goalie? I don't think you can. They can't hold the Toronto zone long enough. Icing against Toronto this time. 5:21. Face-off is in, I think it's to the left of Wall. All right, what's going on now? What? Oh, the clock is wrong or some shit. I don't know. The refs on the headset with Toronto, I guess. They're in Toronto, but with the war room. What the hell's going on? I can't hear. I have the volume down too low to hear what they're saying, so I don't know even on that front. All right, gonna have a face-off. So what the hell was that about? Anybody hear what that was about at all? Five minutes to go in regulation. Save my wall. That's not what the headset stuff was about. Because Edmondson got on the ice and the ref was still on the headset. So I don't know what was up there. I mean, you may be right, but I don't know. Didn't seem like that for me. It was stupid. It was like a waste of time. It was like giving a free timeout. I don't know if it's the referees. The war room must have called down for some reason. I wasn't listening because the sound is down. I don't know, you guys that have the sound up, maybe you can say what it was, what they said about it. But I don't know. Come on, commercials. Let's go. It's just 5 minutes left. Hey. So Leafs fucking biased, man. This channel. Come on, guys, man, you're running out of time. $4:15 left. Under 4. Come on. Really looking like it's going to stay 1-9. If they're going to pull the goalie, they're going to pull him soon. Domi hits the post. Domi, ha! God damn it! Puck must have come out, hit the netting, pop back in. We'll have a face-off. 3:05 left in regulation. Oy, 2:50 left. Sucks. Breakaway. And that's it. Game over. It's 2-0. Toronto. Nylander, I think, again. Wow. Anyways, we got Game 7 on Saturday. Still 2 minutes left, but I mean, this game's over. I can believe this. Oh, God, I want to do a game Saturday. Oh, I'm going to have to. I don't give up. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, man. I don't know. That's bad news for me. Fucking Willie Nylander. Yeah, I hate you even more. What the hell is wrong with Boston? It's crazy. I should be enjoying Boston screwing up like that, but I can't because it's Toronto. Damn it. Yeah, I mean, listen, it'll be an exciting game there, Andre. Appreciate that. Good to have you along. Hopefully, you'll be here. But I didn't want to go there. Now they pull the goalie. And no, they're and 120 left. It's over. At least it didn't go to overtime. Yeah, if I'm Boston, I'm worried. I mean, to get shut out in this game, no, there's something wrong. For your offense to die like that at this time, that's horrible. Nylander looking for an empty netter. Yeah. God damn it. Stay till the last second. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. This game is over. We're going to have a game 7. That just sucks. I can't watch the Leafs fans celebrating. I can't. Don't worry, Calvin. I'm doing game 7. Bad game for Bruins, yeah. I hope it's not an omen for Saturday, you know. I don't want to have to do next round either. I don't want to have to, you know what I mean? But if Toronto, I mean, yeah. Horrible, horrible night for Bruins fans. I'm not a Bruins fan. So in the end, I don't really, I mean, no, I do care. It's Toronto. I can't stand them. This is horrible. Oh, well. The only thing that's good about it is it's not the Habs that just lost to Toronto. Man, what did they finally break the I don't know what you call it, a jinx for the first round? They won last year. Now they'll win in the first round. Edmonton was good tonight, Aiken. Yep. Listen, I hope that's how it works out, but the way that Boston played tonight worries me. You know, if it wasn't a shutout, but a shutout in a game like this, that's not good. And yeah, Aiken, I mean, Toronto's due. You're 100% right. Is this the year? Might be to beat Boston. Joe, the first goal, nothing Swayman could do. You can't blame him there. So you're talking about one goal difference. Again, it's so minute, the difference. No. Wall is great. He's been playing great. They found a goalie. I mean, Wall should be getting a much more prominent role next year. He definitely earned it over Samsonov. If I'm them, I give Samsonov the boot. Sign Wall to an extension. I don't know what his contract situation is, but Wall should be a part of that tandem next year. I don't want to say it. If I'm a Leafs manager, no, I don't even want to say that. Rooted for the Rangers? I can't root for the Rangers. I don't like Trouba. Aiken, I said it before. What if Matthews is the problem, right? Now you got to move Matthews. Your team is better. I think that's the hilarious thing. Is that, yeah, Toronto's a lot better without Matthews. In the playoffs, anyways, right? At least in the playoffs, they're better. Anyway. All right. I'm calling it a night. So I'll be back on Saturday to do this freaking game. I imagine it's going to be at 8 o'clock. Saturday night game. It'll either be 7 or 8, but I have a feeling it'll be 8. Matthews to Utah. You know, now that the Coyotes are over there, I don't think he's going to go there. He'll go to an American team, but I don't understand why Boston can't score. I don't understand it. It's a horrible time for your offense to dry up. All right, I'm taking off. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate that. And I'll see you on Saturday. Although we'll be doing a trivia show tomorrow, so look for that. Hopefully you'll join us for that. And then Saturday, 8 o'clock, we're going to do the last game of this series. That's the only good thing. It's the last game of this series, and we'll see what happens there. All right, till next time, stay safe out there. Peace out, everybody. Have a great night. Ciao.